The nearer term, Republicans plan to hold a vote this summer on making those middle-class tax cuts in the current law permanent. Are you going to tell Democrats to vote for or against?
Well, you see, here's what this
that?
is, since we're having a budget meeting. The reason they didn't make them permanent in the first place is because they were operating under a reconciliation. And under reconciliation, they could only have so much addition to the debt. So that's why, in their priorities, they chose corporate America over middle-class families, because they couldn't do both and be in keeping with the Budget Reconciliation Act. So that's why they didn't do it. I mean, maybe they just have something about the middle class that they weren't going to give them a good deal, but nonetheless, they didn't have the budget ability to do so. So the question would be for them is, now are you going to be in violation of the Budget Reconciliation Act? And among their few remaining deficit hawks, which I thought were an endangered species, but I'm beginning to think are extinct, but maybe there's one or so in the Senate, I don't know, they're going to have to figure how they work that into the Budget Reconciliation Act.
But their desire is obviously to put Democrats on the spot with what they think will be a tough political vote in an election year to make middle-class tax cuts permanent or not. So how will Democrats vote on that?
Erica, in all due respect, you never know what they're going to do. We're eager to see what the president's going to do on prescription drugs tomorrow. We've set a high standard. Negotiate for lower prices, transparency, some of the initiatives that really will make a difference. Is he going to pull his punch? Or is he going to do what it is? They have to work this out within their own caucus as to whether they are going to increase the national debt even more, and how do they do this honoring the Budget Reconciliation Act. So we'll see what they put forth, but I'm not going to be here talking about things that they may or may not do, because we just don't know. And what they say about it is frequently very different than what they do. But it doesn't have to be that way. There's reason to be hopeful. American people are more attuned to what's going on. They see that 500 of the Standard & Poor's, of the 500 biggest corporations who got the big chunk of the tax cuts, not even 10% of them have shared any of that with their workers, according to some of the reports. Some have gotten a bonus, some have gotten a little raise, but they haven't shared. It's mostly been about buybacks and dividends and rewarding shareholders. People see that, and so this will be part of the debate as we go forward. And we believe in taking it to the public. We think they got a bad deal, and we have a better deal: better jobs, better pay, better future, and lowering cost to America's working families, because financial instability is the main concern that they have. And that goes into a lot of things in terms of technology and the rest, but how we address that and how we give people a comfort level to go into the future that can be very brilliant for them, that we want them to embrace. But in order to do so, we have to, as we do in our Better Deal, provide them with tools for the jobs for the 21st century. And that involves education, apprenticeships, research and development in a way that, again, grows the economy, create good paying jobs, reduce the deficit.